crossed. It would be useful if we could see the desk. There we go. Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, looks like we're live. Also looks like we've got autofocus on. Hello, Nora. Sorry about that. All a bit of a mishmash this morning. Let's put some more light on the scene. Hello, Pam. Good. Yeah, I can see what you can see. Morning, Jane. Is that going to be too much light? It's going to be too many reflections probably, and it's straight into my eyes, so we'll be turning that one off. Hello, Claire. I'm definitely better than I was, Nora. I'm not 100%, so this probably won't be a very long live because I end up with coughing fits. But I have a coffee to lubricate the vocal cords. So fingers crossed. So I'm going to use the Nature's Sweetness today. And I thought I would start by showing you the stamp sets and the die and the paper, which I have already cut into. So let's get rid of the 2 sheets I've cut into. So we have foiled paper. The colours, obviously gold. I say obviously, it could have been a different colour foil. It's Pebble Path Pecan Pie Gold, and it's on a white background. Sorry, I've just had a message on my wrist. Oh, from my sister-in-law, who is not doing terribly well. I think she's got what I had last week. Ice storm, snowstorm, sub-zero weather. Oh no, Kay, I'm so sorry. Hello, Deborah from Michigan. So, foiling, we've got this with Pebbled Path on the reverse. So, I'm going to have a vibrating wrist through most of this because my sister-in-law really likes sending lots of short WhatsApp messages. So, this is pecan pie with foil on the back. So that's the same again. One of my favourite sheets, because yes, I am like that. So this is print with foil splatter, and then on the reverse is Pebble Path, and it's a smaller version of that first foiled pattern. Lots of foiled leaves with more print, which is both ways up, with Pebble Path and Pecan Pie. Foiling again, this time it's a sort of hatching with... You don't know what to do with it. Well, I'm going to be using quite a lot of it. So these are little bits that you can just cut into card fronts. I have fussy cut one already to show you what my thoughts are. And this is foiled script with Pecan Pie grid-ish on the back. So those are the papers. They are gorgeous. Anyone who shops with me in January will be getting as part of the thank you pack, and I am so behind with sending stuff out. I'm so sorry. But as part of the January thank you pack, the project design group that I'm part of are using this suite this month, so you will get lots of ideas. And you don't have to buy anything from this suite in order to get the design projects. Sorry, my brain is still not with me. And I need coffee. So we've got, basically this is all around kind of cocoa, which is sad because I can't eat chocolate. So I have to say this wasn't going to be my first choice of items to purchase, but because the project group have decided they're using it, I've got it. Also, there are, let me grab them if I can. That, and I can grab some of what I was looking for. So we've got, there are little cork embellishments, and also this gold, it's faux leather. What are they? Faux leather trim. But there's also little gold discs, not gold, cork discs, which I have momentarily mislaid, but the way that my room looks at the moment is hardly surprising, because it's a bomb's landed in it. Anyway, all I have done so far is die cut a couple of bits and fussy cut a bit, because the dies from the Lovely and Sweet, these 3 big dies, die cut from the foiled paper, but only the foiled paper, the images. So yeah, my wrist is vibrating nicely. So yes, so we've got one of each of the images die cut. So I've done that. I have also fussy cut one of those circular items. Sorry, I'm trying to get that light so that I get the light without the reflection. Failing abysmally. Little bit better. It's further away. Anyway, so we've also got in this, which is the Lovely and Sweet die set. We've got some flowers, some leaves, a tab and a label. And in the other set of dies, which I think is slightly more exciting because I am like that, we've got this lovely long foliage piece, more leaves, some holes as if it's ready to be torn from a notepad. Hello, Brenton. And then dies for the 3 images that are in that set, which are 1, 2, 3. And then we've got lots of backgrounds for this set. Sentiments are, today is all about you, happy birthday, just a little note to say hello, thanks for making me smile. Excuse me. On the Lovely and Sweet, we've got congratulations, so sorry, and just sending a bit of love your way. Now, each of the big images have also got their botanical information, so vanilla, cacao, and this is a prunus, and I can't work out what prunus dulcis is, but if someone knows what these beans are, please let me know. Maybe coffee, I don't know. So this is what I've got so far. I'm going to start by die cutting a piece of background paper with this, and we're going to be using this piece because I think these are actually really good pieces to use for quick cards. You don't have to fussy cut them. Words are so difficult. Why is it that words are so difficult? Hello, Karen. Hello, Shaz. I don't think I saw you join. Hello, I hope you're feeling a bit better. Fingers crossed. Hello, Deborah. I think I've caught up with everyone. Right, okay, so let me grab one of these lovely background papers. These papers are gorgeous. I mean, just amazing. So I'm going to want some contrast. So I'm going to choose one of the Pebble Path pieces. Possibly not that one, because that's just probably not. Possibly that one. I think actually it's that one I want, which is the back of the one I've already cut into. There we go. Although, ooh, decisions. No, I'm going to go for this. Right, okay, so I'm going to cut a piece at 4 inches. Like that. And then I'm actually going to just die cut this at its full length. I will need the large cut and emboss. Apologies if you can't see everything that goes on when I've got my big cut and emboss out. I only have a certain amount of space that I can use. Yeah, got all my bits. Got a bit of paper that's just annoying me. Anyway, right, so I'm just going to pop that on with the die. Like that. And a bit of low-tack tape. So I had a chiropractor appointment this morning that was delayed from last week, or postponed from last week. So Shaz is a lot better from the dreaded COVID. Waiting to rearrange your operation. Oh, I hope that gets sorted soon for you, Shaz. So yes, I had to postpone my chiropractor appointment from last week to this week, because last week I was in bed with a temperature. And it's in a local town that at least we can get to now that the flooding has subsided. However, they decided to dig up the one-way system, which meant that getting there was okay-ish. Getting back, now let's put this into context. Outside of the rush hour, this journey would take me approximately, well, 15 minutes on a kind of average day. Getting home today, hour and 20 minutes. Because in order to divert the traffic away from this road that's part of the one-way system, they had to send us halfway around the world and back again. It was ridiculous. Excuse me. Right, so I've got that ready to go. I also want, I think, yes I do. I want, using my little machine, and, where is it? Why can I never find things when, oh there it is, when I need it? Because I want some of this lovely, I love this gold paper. That will do. Because I want some of those leaves. Pop that behind me. When I can't find my paper, it's behind me. Now, if I had half a brain, I would put adhesive strip on the back of this. Do I have half a brain? I have some adhesive strip, so let's use it. Let's move that out of the way for a moment. So, adhesive strip. So these are, I love this paper, this double-sided adhesive strip. Because suddenly you can, particularly if you put it on straight, turn a piece of paper into a sticker. There we go. Right. So let's try this again. How am I feeling? I'm feeling congested, but thank you for asking. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Not difficult. I took to my bed. It was just ridiculous. I thought it was what my husband had had a couple of weeks previously, but he didn't have a fever with his, and his seems to have turned into more of a cold, where mine is just chest. So I don't know, but I'm a lot better than I was, but there are so many bugs going around at the moment. It is just ridiculous. Now, there was some debate last evening on the Stamping Up Leaders call about whether the glass mat is ever likely to be available for customers. Now, I know most of you on here are demonstrators, which is fine. Let's go in that way. Just want to get this bottom bit. And the thought process at the moment is that the Glass Mat Studio will not be available to customers. So if you have a customer who wants it, at the moment, the information we have is that the only way it's available is if they get the starter kit. Now, do remember that they don't have to do anything particularly exciting being a demonstrator. You can just make the most of the discount, but it is the only way that at the moment we believe that the glass mat will be available. So I've got this lovely piece of gold foliage. I've got this. I've got this. I do need a sentiment. So let's have a look for a sentiment. Oh, that's not going to stick back in. Go on, stick. Thank you. So I think just a little note to say hello. Hello. What I don't know is if that will fit in the label die. I suspect not. No, it won't, which is fine. I will just use it as a piece. So I just need a piece of basic white, one piece of basic white, a block, pebbled path, I'm going to come in a bit. There we go. So the reason I'm on my phone today is that I've had a major clear out on my laptop, and it was working beautifully before I was unwell. Excuse me. And I'm not saying that it's not working beautifully now, it's just it's decided it's going to do an update. And it was taking forever. I don't even know if it's finished yet. I'm actually going to just trim that down there as well. There we go. Right. So, I need to change my blade, I think. It's a little scrappy. Got some furs. So, I'm going to flag the ends. Trying to think where I would have put the cork bits. Can I put them all away? No. No, doesn't look like it. Because I quite fancy using the cork pieces, but never mind. That's not brilliantly flagged, but hey. Okay. Oh, thank you, Shaz. Yes, thumbs up are always appreciated. Right. Okay, so I'm going to grab myself a basic white base. Ooh, or am I? No, I'm going to grab myself a pecan pie base. Pecan pie, where are you? There you are. Is that... It is. One pecan pie base. Woohoo! No, that's not a full piece.
Not a full piece, Liz.
That's all right. We can get a full piece. Right. So let's score. And cut. Thank you, Karen. Right, okay, so actually I'm going to probably need that. So what I want to do is pile all this up. Let's fold that in half. Okay, so just trying to work out in my head where I want to cut that, and I think I want to cut it there. And about there. Those are literally approximate, couldn't be bothered in measuring them, measurements. And I am actually going to tear some of these bits. So there's, ooh, the wind's getting up. So there's a bit of rough, and let's just, does anyone want to come and organise your craft studio? Well, got to do mine first, dare I say. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a distress. But yeah, I need to do a major sort out. If any of you are on Instagram, and I know some of you are, Michaela Tithridge has recently downsized her crafting space. She's moved from a shed thing, cabin in her garden, into her house, and her new craft space is heaven. So do go and have a look at it. She's got some really clever ideas of how to maximize space. Right, so now, because I've done a bit of distressing on the edges, I don't want all of this to be stuck down, because otherwise there really wasn't much point in doing the distressing. So that's going at a kind of yay angle. And where's the ribbony stuff? Here's the ribbony stuff. So what I want to do is have that there with a bit of this sticking out and a bit of this sticking out. Now, you could just do that. Don't. Please don't. So what I'm going to do is that and that. Then I've got this piece to use on something else. This I'm going to stick up on dimensionals, but I want to avoid some of this, so I'm going to go just in a zigzag. Sorry, there's a sticky bit at the end which is annoying me. Michaela is one of a kind. She is amazing, and yes, you're right, I would do that as well. I would open the door with all those dies and they'd all fly off. She's got, for those of you who haven't seen it, she's put some magnetic strip on the inside of her cupboard doors, which is genius. However, for those of us who are a little more forceful with our movements than Michaela would be, they would just fly off. Right, I'm not worried that there's only one piece sticking out here. I just want to get the positioning. So I'm going about yay. About yay. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the outside pieces of this die cut and not so many on the inside, because that trim will act as support. Okay, so I can have, oh, I want that coming up. Okay, so I can come there. And there. I'm being quite generous because this is only paper. And I'll be tucking the leaves in underneath once I have got this down. Hello, Bee. Like that. And then these should, if I'm lucky, just, or not, just peel off. Where's my, there's my, what's her Instagram handle? I think it is just Michaela Tithridge. Otherwise it's the Crafty Oink Pen. I would look it up, but I've got my phone doing something else at the moment. She's one of the artisan design team, Brenton, which might be easier for you to find. She is the most amazing crafter and the most amazing person. I mean, she is just the loveliest. So this piece is going to come in that way, because the idea is that this is the bottom of the top piece, which would be a whole lot easier if I hadn't put this dimensional on. And this dimensional. Right, so let's get that roughly in a line like that. There we go. So that's that, and then this can just come right there actually. And I'm going to use Seal Plus for that, as it's going to be slightly, oh, you follow her already, well that's all right then. Right, I am going to have a quick look for these cork bits. If I can't find them in a quick look, I won't bother. I know where they should be. It's just they aren't. No. Never mind. They'll turn up when I'm having my tidy up. So, the only other thing that I need is, and I know this is going to frighten the bejeebers out of some people, I'm going to stamp on the inside. I know. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, well done, Chaz. So if anyone wants the link to Michaela's Instagram, she has put it in the chat. All right, I'm going to use one of these lovely kind of scrunchy backgrounds. I love a textured background. So I'm going to stick with Pebbled Path as my main background colour. So I'm going to ink this up, stamp it off, and there we go. So just a little bit of something on the inside. If my brain would like to work, it would be so handy. So there we go. So when I find them, I will put some cork on here. But if I pop that there, it'll hopefully cover up one of the reflections at least, while we start our next excuse me, card. Right, I'm going to grab another of those white layers and we're going to build a background. I'm going to have a swig of coffee. Lots of demos have started their swaps already. Well, I'm not swapping for, I'm assuming you're talking about on stage. I won't be swapping. Life is sometimes, too short. I'm just gonna enjoy being there, I think is what I'm saying. Apart from anything else, at the moment, we don't know what's going to be in the new annual catalogue. Because we haven't had a retirement list. So how are we supposed to know what to use? Be my only thought really at this point. So I'm just doing a bit of stamping off and random, deliberately not straight stamping using the stamp I used previously. And I'm going to grab the other larger background stamp and do the same sort of thing. Now obviously this one you can turn in more directions. I do have a thing that I need writing to be the right way up. Yeah, I mean, what a friend of mine who's one of the Dutch demos does, which I think is a really great idea and I might do, is rather than doing swaps that are for anyone and everyone, she makes a few little gifts for specific people. So yes. Good for you, Mary. I'm glad someone is embracing it, but as I say, not me. So this is the other background stamp, and I'm doing stamp off and then 2 lots of stamping to get lots of different textures. And because this is just a splat, it doesn't matter which way up it is, whether it goes over other things as well. The only thing I would say is if you stamp off the edge, remember that you have stamped off the edge and that therefore part of your stamp will have more ink on it than the rest. I think I'll just go in there and call it a day. So that's my background. And I'm going to grab some Pebbled Path card. She says, hopefully. This I think is wider than I need it, yes. So I'm going to trim it down first. And then meeting people face to face is really what, for me, on stage is all about. But yeah, I mean, it's Lotta, a Lotta Stampin' Fun. Yeah. And she always does special gifts. I mean, they're not anything huge, but they are for specific people, I think is probably what I'm trying to say. Right. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got these bits which we're going to use. And I'm tempted. Decisions. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Right, so let's stick down the white layer. Let's get it off and stick down the white layer. And the other joy of, if you do, you know, personal things rather than mass-produced swaps, A, they're nicer, or tend to be, but also it means it doesn't matter whether it's retiring or not. You can use whatever you want. It's your first on-stage live in Rotterdam and I'm looking forward to meeting. Oh, Mary, it will blow your mind. Let it be said. Where are my dimensionals? Where did I put them? Oh, right over there, wrong side of the desk. These are dimensionals from a kit. Can't remember which one, doesn't matter. They are actually a little fatter than our standard dimensionals, as in deeper. But they're very squishy, so they should go through the post reasonably happily, certainly in the UK. So that's one. It'll be your second on stage in person, will it, Brenton? It is an amazing event. I mean, this time it's going to be slightly different. We don't know how exactly, but we do know it's going to be slightly different from the past. We don't know who from head office is going to be at which one, because normally there's only one live. So this is the new way forward, is that they're all basically live. And some people will have Sarah, and obviously some people won't have Sarah, and I'm guessing and or Shelley. Okay, let's pop that one there. I need a very, very small, narrow bit for where I'm looking now. No, oh, I can go that way. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. My guess is that Sarah and Shelley won't be in Rotterdam. I say that because they were in Vienna, which was the last on stage. So I think it's unlikely they'll come back to Europe. So I would think either Melbourne or Houston. I am deliberately going off the page. Just saying. Hold that thought, because I want to leave room for that. Okay, so I'm now just going to chop some bits off. And I will be keeping them because I will be putting some of them back on. So to do this, I'm just lining the scissors up with the edge of the card base and cutting. Just be a little careful with this one that you don't cut the fold, because that would be sad. Right, so oh, that's already had its thing taken off, obviously. So anything that you then bring back in, do make sure that you line it up with the edge of your card. Now, most of these aren't going to be big enough, but a few make it worthwhile. Don't think I'll bother with those ones. Right, so where is my piece of basic white? So we're doing just sending a bit of love your way. And I think we're going to go for a bit of embossing. Now, again, there was some discussion last night about some of the embossing powders not currently being available on the North American website and not showing on when they're coming back in, implying, please don't panic, implying that they're going. They are going to come back with a different number. Now, I do not know what that means, whether that is we're going to have a different combination of colours, whether we are going to have, sorry, I'm going to have to chop this out, whether we are going to have single colours again, she says with her fingers firmly crossed. I don't know. But if you are in North America and currently cannot get, and I think it's the basics, so the clear black and white, do not fret. They will be coming back. Don't ask me when, because that I don't know. Oh, So Brenton is excited that he's got 3 days because the last one was only 1. It's Shaz's first on stage, and she's got storms coming in already. Now, where is my take your pick? There it is. Okay, so one of the joys of the glass mat is, sorry about the noise, you can just use your heat gun straight onto it. Like that. Right, so let's pop that there, get rid of that, grab that. Hello, Barbara. So the UK is currently being battered by named storms. Apparently, here's a depressing thought. So a named storm is one that is likely to cause major problems. And the reason we name them is because apparently it's easier for people to follow them on the news if they've got an actual name rather than the storm. And particularly at the moment where no sooner have we got rid of one storm and another one comes in. So we had Aisha Sunday, and we've now got Jocelyn coming in. Aisha has already caused untold damage, high wind and rain, and Jocelyn is expected to do the same. And of course anything that was loosened during Aisha is going to be more susceptible to falling over with Jocelyn. It keeps on coming. However, having said that, happily, we can now get out of the village. For the moment, anyway. So this is going to go there, but it needs a bit more of something. And that bit more of something is some of this. This is the bit without the adhesive strip. So what I'm going to do is get that same die. Let's do it from that side. And die cut that. Now, those of you who take my Craft in a Box classes will be wondering where your December class is. It took forever to arrive, and then of course Christmas hit, and then of course I ended up in bed. So that will be going out ASAP. And then for January, I haven't quite decided which suite I'm using, but I might be using this one. I don't know yet. Woo! But I am quite liking this. So this I'm going to just offset a bit, so it just gives it a bit more depth. I might actually do it that way. Yes. So it makes this a bit more visible against the background. You start lambing any day. Wow. That's... I don't think it is early, but wow. I can't believe it's that time of year already. So I'm going to come down to the left and the bottom. So up a little bit, like that. So as I say, it's just going to help it stand out a bit. And dimensionals, there we are. 1, 2, 3. And although it's not part of the suite, I'm going to have a look at, these are iridescent foil gems. I'm going to use some of these, because I think they will work quite nicely. These are a bit smushed, but they're all okay. Let's put that on there so I don't stab myself. It would be, hello Nicola, Nicole even. Yes, it would be good if lambing season was slightly less what it is now. So I'm going to have 3 down here. And I'm going to take a big one, pop that there, and another big one, and pop that there. So we've just got a little bit of shimmer and iridescence in that. And because I'm on a roll with them, let's grab a liner. And I think this will be our last card. Just saying. Now, which one shall I? Let's use that one. I managed to lose one of my stamps. Oh, there it is. In fact, yeah, let's use that one. So, stamp off. And stamp. Not straight, but never mind. Hello, Judith. Thank you, Shaz. Judith, I got your email, and yes, you're right. I do owe you one, and I will send it to you as you suggested. There's cryptic for you. So Nicole is from Perth, Western Australia. So there we are. Those are today's 2 cards using the Nature's Sweetness suite with lots of the papers, a little bit of stamping, not much, but a little bit of stamping. It's a really, really nice suite. It's not too feminine. So, yeah. Why not give it a look? Your Bronze Elite badge has arrived, Debbie. Yay! She promoted to Bronze Elite some months ago. I still have her Bronze Elite gift from me. It's still sitting, looking at me, going, please put me in a box and send me off to Debbie, and it will happen. So I've got a dirty mark on my glass mat. The glass mat, while I'm saying that, does come with a cleaning cloth, which you dampen, and when you don't dampen it, it does this, which is fine, and also a silicone mat, which you can actually pop bits in there if you want. It's just maybe slightly smaller if you wanted to use that to stop things moving for blending. These are the right size for ink spots, but you can do all sorts of ink blending and stuff with this, and it just sticks of its own volition. So yeah, it's a really good set. So if you want a glass mat and you are not already a demonstrator, you can get one excuse me, just by getting the starter kit. So do bear that in mind. So thank you all very much for joining me today. Sorry it was a bit of a quick one. And I'll pop these on my website in the next day or two so you can see them closer up. Sorry, I found some gems that I'm just putting back. Oh, no, I'm not putting them in the bin because they're no longer sticky. So yes, let's put one there and one there. Hopefully that will cover up the shiny bits or the reflective bits. Yay, it does. So yes, fingers crossed I will be fit still for another session next week. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I just need to not do too much too soon now, because otherwise I will go back. Thank you, Shaz, and right back at you. Hope you get a new date for your operations soon, and we can start getting you fit, fine, wonderful, and well. So thank you very much indeed. Excuse me. Thank you all. If you're watching the recording, of course, do remember that a thumbs up is appreciated. And if you don't already subscribe, you can do that in the bottom right-hand corner, which will be about there, I think. Yeah, good. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.